Good morning, guys. I feel like that really sums up what I'm about to tell you. It's been 2 weeks post-COVID and I have been suffering with what I can only describe as very familiar symptoms of long COVID. Hang on, let me shut that window. I put the heating on. I'm shooting today outdoors and I put the heating on. I feel like my dressing gown is disgusting. So I apologise. I always put the heating on so high so I get really hot and sweaty so I can go shoot out in the cold. So like, yeah, there's method to my madness. But I have literally been good for nothing the past few weeks, 2 weeks. I've been home because I was just like, I just can't. I was like, last time I shot outside, I spent the next day in bed. I went to the gym and like came home and napped into like a coma kind of state. You know, when you like not just have a little 20-minute nap on the couch. I'm talking about I go to sleep on the couch and in bed I wake up having like not fever dreams, but like vivid dreams, and like it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm like, oh my god, I've just been asleep all day. It's all very familiar territory. I'm gasping for a breath. I do this a lot. It's so like, I cannot tell you how demoralising it is, but I'm hoping it's just a recovery thing, and it's only been 2 weeks and I'm hoping it's just going to be like just the recovery and not like a long-term thing. The thing is, I do know the vaccine gets rid of this. I just can't get hold of the vaccine in England at the moment, so yeah. I just wanted to have a chat with you. I've got 5 minutes before I'm leaving. See, it's just so frustrating. You guys know I've been having a little bit of a year where I've basically been lost, so lost, and I think with the YouTube channel I want everything to be alright and tell you guys I've got it all together, and I think maybe if I share this with you, then maybe it's going to help someone out there, because I know a lot of people are in the same situation as me. I think there's a lot of people online that are in relationships, have lovely houses, and I like aspire to be like them someday. But boy, that is not me. And if you're feeling the same, if you've just come out of a relationship and you're on your own, I'm 35, I'm very single, and I am literally living in a short-term let. So I thought we could do this together. The main reason for all the above is that I feel so indecisive. I can't decide on a man, I can't decide on a place to live, can't decide what the hell I'm doing. And I think when you've been through a lot, I feel like when you're on your own, coming to decisions becomes a lot harder. Like I like literally just want someone else to tell me, and that is not the answer, because only I have the answer. So I have to almost really put faith in my own decisions, which is, I've got to the point where I'm like, Laura, make a decision. So I think I'm going to be moving. Obviously this was a temporary situation. All my stuff is still in storage, and it got to the point, although this flat is lovely and it's got a little roof terrace and I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be lovely in the summer, I just am finding it so unsettling having my stuff in storage. All my furniture is in there, a lot of my clothes, a lot of my shoes, my gym wear is in there. Like I have a room at my mum and dad's house. I have a full-on walk-in wardrobe at my mum and dad's house, full of my clothes and shoes. And my mum's like, Laura, is this going to be here forever? And obviously I have stuff here. And it's just been really, really unsettling. I've been renting in London. It's extortionate. The renting crisis in London is so bad. If I told you what I was paying for this place, literally your jaw would drop. It is double what I paid in my first flat, and yeah, there's mice, dead mice in the kitchen, there's mouse shit all in the kitchen still, and you're thinking, Laura, why have you not cleaned that up? I can't physically get to it because of like how it is, and they've got really long cupboards, and unless I dismantled the cupboard, which it's not my flat to do so, I can't clear the mouse shit. So it just feels really disgusting, and the fact that I'm paying like so much money for this, it's ridiculous. I could be paying a mortgage on like an 8-bed mansion, I'm not even exaggerating, up north by my parents' house. And I've had this whole thing for ages where like I really hated the fact that I was from up north because I was never in distance to London, and I saw that as a negative, and I was like, why couldn't my family be from closer to London? There's so many more opportunities here. And I just never even considered moving up north because it was so far away. However, so if you're from a different country, the reason London house prices are so bad is because they put the mortgages up. So anyone looking to buy for the first time has been put off because the mortgages have gone ridiculous. So they've all, for that reason, all the renting has gone up loads. And obviously London is such a renting city that the places to rent are so in demand that it's just not worth it. Like I'm in this apartment, it's not to my taste. There's a bloody pug on the shelf with 3 gold skulls. Like it's just not a vibe. I like just crave my own place. Like I really struggle to film. There's only certain areas of this flat that I can film in because there's windows all around it and you could see my location really, really easily. And like it's just not to my taste, and I'm just craving space. Like you should see my bedroom, it is filled with work. Like all my jobs go around my bed, and like the downstairs is like a post office. And I have come to the conclusion, I'm sorry, this is going to be a rambling. If you've come for clothes and shoes, this is not the vlog for you. This is a quarter or third life crisis that I think many people in this generation go through, so maybe it's important to share. I love how I literally got furry joggers on, like the complete opposite to like my Instagram. I should really be leaving now. I haven't enjoyed London. I thought I missed it. I thought the reason why I'd grown out of love with it was because of the pandemic. I think I'd come to this conclusion probably, I went into the pandemic 31 and I'm now 35. I feel like there was a pandemic and I aged like 5 years or something. Because my birthday was right on the cusp of like the pandemic. I feel like I'm really old now. Like March 2020 I was 31 and now I'm 35. Is that right? Or is that wrong? No, that's right, because I was 30, yeah. Yeah. I think I would have come to this conclusion in the middle of the pandemic, but obviously because everything shut down, everything was so different, I kind of blamed it on that. But in London, I don't think there's that much to do if you don't enjoy the nightlife industry, like going to bars, going to clubs. Like I have not been out in London since I've been back, really. Like it would not cross my mind to go to a bar on a Friday night. Because like my best friend Abby, she lives literally an hour and 15 minutes away on the tube. She lives complete opposite ends of London. So like one of us would have to like, or like we could meet in the middle, but one of us would have to travel loads, or it's just, no one lives 5 minutes radius. None of my friends live in my exact area. So I'm very isolated where I am, and I think if I moved anywhere in London, it would be the same. I could move next to Abby, but she's like planning to move to Surrey or somewhere. Like I can't, it's just like when I look back at this year, the things that I have enjoyed the most is me bike rides. I feel like people take the mick out of me for my bike, but honestly, when I was living back up north, I was obviously staying with my parents whilst I figured out life. I would ride my bike down to my sister's house, catch the sunset, like go see my sister nearly every day, call in for a cup of tea, bath my nephew, and like I just really started, I think since about like 32 maybe, which was prime pandemic, I really started to not want like the buzz of like a city, and like I want like to spend time with my family. I want a house that I can renovate, and just I've always been into interior design, like maybe more than fashion really. I just never have had like the space to do it. I just crave like a different kind of life. So I think I may change my mind, but I think it's time to head up north. And the blessing in disguise of being so far away from London is that the house prices up north are ridiculously cheap compared to London. Like, what you can get for your money is ridiculous. So I'm on the house hunt for a reno project in my hometown. That's where I'm at. I may change my mind. Change the mind, like the weather in England, which is a lot. Potentially still have a studio or share with a friend in London if I miss it, because honestly that would be the same price as what I'm paying now. I just don't think this is worth it. I need to get out of this flat. And it's funny how things work out the way I do, because if I'd have managed to get a long-term let when I was looking, I would have been stuck in a contract, whereas now I'm actually free to leave whenever. So yeah, I'm on the thing is, there's not many houses coming on the market at the moment, but I want like one of those reno projects that doesn't need much constructional work doing to it, but like really needs gutting, like an old person house. So yeah, I need to go, but I thought I'd help you if any of you feeling the same. I feel so lost, and I think it's since the pandemic. It's made me feel really weird. I feel like I've been on a journey trying to find myself, my life, my happiness again. So I thought we'd find it together. And on that note, I'm gonna go shoot some outfits. I just finished shooting. I've literally not moved from this spot, have I? But I wanted to continue our little chat and just get it off my chest. Guys, I think I've become a bit of a tourist attraction on the road that I shoot on in London. I think I'm gonna have to find a new spot to shoot. It's getting so awkward. It's my fault for not being creative and shooting in different spots. I'm a creature of habit. Like, I love doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I know what I like and I like doing what I like. But yeah, I'm in a bit of a crossroads. Have been for a while. You guys have probably noticed, like, this whole past year I've just been trying to figure things out, not knowing which direction to go in, where to go. Like, nothing has been feeling right. Nothing. I feel the same every single place I go. No matter what I do, I still feel the same. Lost. And like before I went shooting, what I was saying about going out and stuff, my friend put on her stories exactly the same. Like, I just don't find going out in London fun. I obviously can't really compare it to anywhere else, but it's this bad that I just don't enjoy the vibe. I couldn't think of anything worse than on a Friday night going to a bar in London. I just couldn't. I feel like the last time I made an effort and went out, you have to travel ages to get there. You have to travel ages to get back. I feel like just drunk men come up to you and talk to you all the time, and like, you just cattle called, and I just feel a little bit like meat. I don't know, it's just when you reach an age of 35, it's just something that just doesn't appeal to me at all. However, I need to find a man. So I should probably be going out. So like, I just don't enjoy it. Do you know what I enjoy? A nice walk, Sunday roast, a beer garden. But it's weird, I do enjoy going out in Paris, but I think it's like a classier, more mature vibe over there. But also I don't know if it's because it's new. I don't know, let me know your thoughts down below. But nothing worse than going out in London at the moment. It's just not my vibe at all. And then you get a hangover the next day, and once you hit your 30s, hangovers are like a near-death experience, and once you hit 35, I feel like it's just I'm not coming back from it. Like, it would do me over. And I feel like every time I drink I get COVID. So yeah, I go back and forth all the time what I'm gonna do, but I feel like just London is not worth it anymore for me. I sit working from my laptop all week in this flat, and I'm like, why am I paying so much money just to sit and edit on my laptop when I could be in a beautiful home up north? So yeah, I think as well, like, the industry has changed so much since I first started doing this. Like, I used to really enjoy all the events and things that were going on. It was a very different crowd. Like, it attracted a very different type of person, and now I think because there's so many influencers, there's less, like, I really enjoy the brands that like for instance, Holland Cooper, who like you get to experience the clothes and like wear the outfit, and it's a day full of like learning about the brand and like where it comes from, Cheltenham, like it's like an experience, and I get to share that with you guys. Like I feel like a lot of the events in London, you go, you show your face, it's like loud, like lots of them I've been to so many raves, and I'm like, I couldn't think of anything worse than going to a rave. I literally show up my face for 5 minutes, don't enjoy the crowd, don't know anything about the thing that it's advertised, like thing that we're going to learn about, couldn't even hold like what it, like didn't even have in my hands what the product is, and that, like the whole reason for the event is like to promote this product, and I'm like, where is it, what is it? I just think going forwards I want to be, as I said in my last vlog, really take pride and like careful the brands that I want to incorporate, and like I just don't want to be so stretched with my time, I guess. But yeah, let me know if you've had a third life crisis. I can't say quarter life anymore because I'm definitely past that age. The only thing that worries me about going back up north is that there's definitely a divide in like London and small towns when it comes to relationships. Like I will very much be the only one that's single up north probably, and like in London like everyone is single with no kids still. It's like a very, at my age, like none of my friends are married, none of my friends have kids down here. Like it's a very different vibe, whereas I know I'll be sat at a party up north and I'll be the only one without a kid. So that's the only thing that's probably off putting me, because yeah, I'll feel behind, whereas in London it's the norm. So yeah, I've got a lot of things to think about. I sometimes think too you have to go backwards to step forwards, which has been my motto a lot in life. So if you can let me know in the comments down below, what would you do in my position? I just don't know. I just feel like I'm throwing money down the drain for somewhere that I'm not even like, if I'm not that happy here, I might as well, or if I'm not that happy anywhere, I might as well do the smart choice and like invest in property. Or let me know if you guys feel the same way at all. Just have this vision of like a house, and up north I'd be able to get, for the same price as this, I'd be able to get one with lots of bedrooms. Like the difference is insane. Have a studio, like literally my Georgian walls, my parquet floor, like just exactly how I want to. The first time I'll ever have a place where it's exactly what I want. I'd have a whole room for my clothes, like a closet. I'd have an office. I'd have a post room. I'd have a living room. I'd have a kitchen. I'd have a garden. I could get a dog, much to my parents' dismay. Because they know they'd look after him in a way. I have a lot of family up north, so the dog sitting is not an issue. We've got another dog as well. I feel like I was trying to create down here maybe what I'm very blessed to have up north. Like I've got such a strong family, and when I live at home I see my family like every single day, my nephew most days, and I'm just like, I'd never be alone. Quite the opposite. I want to do garden parties, like that's my idea of fun. Like I love bike rides on a Sunday, like off to Wales. How lovely does this sound? And then in the winter I can just like spend a month in Monaco or Cannes if I wanted, because I'm obviously not forking out such extensive prices in London. And as well, like the next few months I've got back-to-back press trips coming up. Like I am fully booked till May. Like every week is a different, I'm out the country every week, I think, if everything goes ahead. I've just got things penciled in at the moment, but like I'm paying this much money and I'm not even here. So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you guys in case any of you are feeling like it's literally this year I've been going crazy trying to figure it out. Obviously still keep working in London, like I'd have to come down all the time anyway, but I'm quite excited to be able to give opportunities, like job opportunities, to like come work with me, to people up north, because I feel like the opportunities just aren't there. Like, I come from Merseyside, and like growing up, like the only fashion really opportunity I would have was if I came to London. Like, there wasn't really anything. So the fact that I could give someone the opportunity to work in the fashion beauty industry, like something that I would have loved to have happened to me like back when I was younger, like that really excites me. Because yeah, it would be so exciting for someone to come work in this industry, like from my hometown. Like, it would be amazing. Like, that just wasn't an option back then. So yeah, at the moment I'm quite set. I have a Pinterest board and I feel like this Pinterest board has made me more excited than anything else in a long time. This is my Pinterest board. Minus the swimming pool. Well, I'm not quite at this stage yet. But honestly, this would be the vibe that I want. I just would love to decorate my own home. This would be the vibe. And like where I live up north, some of the houses are quite like grand, as in like they have tall, like the old Victorian style houses, which is definitely the vibe that I wanted in London, you know, with the really high ceilings, the big windows. So I'm thinking about it. I feel like it wouldn't necessarily mean the end of London for me. I feel like it's just for now. Like, I've really, obviously after being scammed so much last year, I feel like I need to start being really smart. And I think when I put my mind to it, I'm so smart. Like, when I know what I want, I go get it. It's just I really feel really weird when I don't know what I want. And it's a cycle. Like, I feel like this happens a lot in life. We live, we learn. But definitely, I think there's a massive change when you hit going from your 20s to your 30s, and I think that crossover will happen at different ages. And as I said, I probably would have come to this conclusion earlier in my 30s, but when you no longer want to do the stuff that in your 20s you found exciting, like, it quite frankly seems like hell on earth. Like, you start to appreciate the smaller things in life, like the simple life, like nature, like quality time, food, wine. Like, I went on a wine tasting. My best friend Abby, she bought me a wine tasting like class for my birthday. Like, I really want to, like, I don't know, just the party Laura is no longer here. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna take you along this week and just have a chit chat. I think I've got a real quiet week, and then next week the press trips start happening. So yeah, I think I'm going to Turkey, potentially. I'm just waiting for confirmation. Amsterdam, not on a press trip. Possibly Marrakesh, possibly, well, definitely my sister's giving birth on around the beginning of May, so I need to go with that. And then I'm off to Spain with a brand as well, mid-May, so it's like I'm just gonna quickly show you this whilst I'm here, because I've got a little parcel for you to open with you. It's Diptyque. My mum's got me on the Diptyque candle. She's obsessed. I had to buy a Diptyque in the summer sent me the Liberties edition candle. I'll leave it linked down below because my mum is obsessed with it. She tried to steal it off me, so much so we bought her one for Mother's Day. But it's the limited edition one from Liberties. It's called On Soleil or something. But I just feel like the Diptyque candles smell so good. Like their different scents are beautiful. Le Papier is what it's called. Oh, it's a perfume. Interesting. I didn't know Diptyque did perfumes. Oh, I have a quill. This is exciting. Is this a quill? Oh, I've got a quill. I've got a quill. Okay, let's give it a smell. I used to work, my first job when I came to London was one of the fragrance girls at Harrods, and I was put on every single fragrance counter. I was like dotted around. So I should be extremely well versed in scents, because it was literally my job for like 2 years. Would you like to try? Would you like to try Le Papier by Diptyque? This was my job. Honestly, honestly, I won so many we always used to have like a competition, like the brands did it, who could sell the most. I always used to win. I've been good at selling. Oh, that is so good. I've been good at PR since them days. Oh, that is beautiful. Right, I am gonna love you and leave you because I have been chatting for a little while. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill today. I'm gonna sit and read a book on the balcony and I'm gonna edit. But yeah, I hope me discussing this has helped you guys in some way, because if you're feeling lost, or especially if you're single and 35 like me, it's a really weird feeling. Like, maybe this is a whole different video, but we can talk about it if you want me to discuss this. But yeah, I feel like it's like, I'm 35, I'm single, I have my own business, I'm just investing in my own property. I just feel like I'm in charge of everything, and it's difficult. Like, you have to make the decisions for yourself, and that's what I find the hardest. But we can talk about the whole being single and 35 on another video, because I feel like this is an hour already. I'm nearly at the end of my Invisalign, by the way. The braces, the buttons came off. They just have to do the composite bonding because some of them are different lengths. So they're just gonna straighten them off in a month's time, I think, because I have to whiten them and they have to like stay before they put the composite up. But yeah, really happy with the results. I feel like the bottom ones particularly have really straightened out. It's just this one. It needs like filing down or like composite put on it. I don't know what they're gonna do. But yeah. Life.